Hello, everybody, and welcome to an episode of, well, Edward the Man-Eating Train. I am Zyphros, and today, we, there's a little bit of a what-if scenario that I want to go over first as we're starting off the episode, and that is, what if Edward the Man-Eating Train went toe-to-toe with with Choo Choo Charles? Now, here's the thing: both of them are spider trains. Uh, Edward kind of is more like a lobster train, but according to the developer, he's a spider train. Um, I don't know. I'm still not sold on how Edward could be a spider train given his long arms. It's more like a shrimp really, or a scorpion without a tail. I don't know. Um, anyways, who would win in a matchup between Edward and Charles? Well, that's a difficult question. You see, on one side of the arena we have Edward. Now Edward can be equipped with depending on the difficulty, Edward can be equipped between anything to a flamethrower to a rocket pods, a multiple rocket launch system um, and a machine gun. Obviously, he has two long arms on his side, so he could easily grab hold of Charles and yeet him or do some serious damage to Charles. Now, what advantages does Charles have? Well, Charles has better mobility, I believe. I would think Charles has better mobility. Um, Although I've seen Edward going after a train that's clearly going at a modest pace. Um, so I don't know. I think depending on if Edward had his rocket pods, I think it would all boil down to um, who could land the first blow and who would be landing the most consistent blows. And I think that would have to be Edward. Edward would have the reach advantage, whether it be from his machine guns. Although, as you've seen from Choo Choo Charles, machine guns and and rockets seem to, while they do a lot of damage, they seem to wear down his health slowly. I think that if Edward can hold back uh, Charles or grapple onto Charles and maintain a hold while pummeling him with whatever armaments Edward would be equipped with, I think Edward would have the advantage in this and would ultimately come out on top. So, yeah, that's my take on who would win, Edward or Charles. I think Edward would win nine. Edward would win at least 75% of the time. I like to leave a healthy 30% room for Charles, or 25% room for Charles, because of the fact that Charles does, um, depending on if Charles was upgraded or not. I'm going based off the assumption that Charles hasn't been upgraded, or Charles hasn't reached his full form yet, and yeah, so that's where I stand. Now, I do also want to factor in, would the Spider Train cult jump in and help kind of help Charles out? And in that case, if they did, I don't know how effective they'd be. I mean, small arms, fire, shotguns, and stuff seem to have limited effect on Edward, but haven't seen Edward actually go up against other turrets, um, rockets, or flamethrowers. So I don't know how durable Edward is. Um, and his arms appear to be able to sustain critical damage. So that's another thing to factor in when it comes to who would win in a matchup. So yeah. Anyways, we're on our way to the Nowhere Hotel, and Well, I'm just grabbing up all this loot. I'm sorry, greed got the better of me. I couldn't, I couldn't wait, and I had to grab those tickets before they were inevitably destroyed by Edward. Edward is a very powerful godlike being in this game. Move out of the way, you pleb. Um, Save the tickets. I'm sorry. I have to punch these tickets in. Alright, I dealt with his rockets. Now he's definitely going to be upset and after me, but that seems like his skill issue for Edward. Yeah, I said it. Edward has a skill issue. I mean, I can run up and down the between the rail cars, and he won't be able to really do much against me. Oh Lord. And here's where my cowardice and ability to evade Edward comes in very handy. As you can hear, his AI is not very happy with me. I've taken out his rocket pod, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue unless he somehow repairs himself and regrows that. Oh, there's one more car that he has not touched. Yes. And then we get, we should be up to 2,000. Yes, we are up to 12,000 tickets. My gosh. That's a lot. It's not the most. I mean, I am going for Idle Rich, which I need at minimum of 100,000 tickets to do it. And I'm doing this all legitimately. I'm grinding for the tickets. We are currently first class, so that's gonna... That definitely helps. I also have, if you're wondering why I get a ×2 multiplier for tickets, it's because I purchased 50% more tickets, and I also purchased first class, which allows me to get a 2 times bonus. If you're wondering why I have so the item I'm holding in my inventory in my hands right now is was only available for a limited time during the holiday season. That you no longer can obtain any of the bootleg weapons. So like they're so yeah, it's greed is greed is the master of innovation. No, he doesn't. Does he have his rocket pod? I don't think so. They've removed his turret. Oh my god, he just yeeted him right out of there. Again, yeah, this is. Sorry, I was just focusing on the gameplay rather than actual commentary. Sorry, guys. But anyways, I'm gonna have to end the video off here. We'll finish up this run, and then the video will will be over. For those who've stuck through to the end, thank you for watching. I'm going to be covering Edward the Man-Eating Train in a little more detail. This isn't a simple copy of Choo Choo Charles, and I want to go into more detail why, but that's going to be saved for the next episode. And yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!